home of all Cub sports. Find us at cubcast.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Levy Gymnasium. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Loyola High School tonight for a Mission League basketball matchup, a rivalry here at Levy Gymnasium. The Loyola Cubs against the St. Francis Golden Knights. And I'm Nolan Napier, joined by my co-host.
I'm Tate Harahan, and I'm also joined by Frank Lichtman.
We are here to give you the play-by-play coverage of the Loyola Cubs as they take on their rivals. This is a rivalry that goes back many decades, many millennia, and it's going to be a battle tonight, and we're excited.
Most definitely. This is a rivalry that transcends all different types of sports. When these two teams play in baseball, it's going to be a battle. When they play in football, it's going to be a battle. And yes, when they play in basketball like tonight, you can bet the house that it will be a battle, folks. So please stay tuned. These are two great teams as we get our starting lineups announced.
Absolutely, Frank. And just talking about other sports here, Loyola just took down St. Francis in varsity soccer. Huge win, 4-2. The boys look absolutely studded out there.
Most definitely. The beautiful game.
Great display of Loyola soccer and St. Francis soccer, but you know who came out on top. Now here come your Loyola players. Nico George just announced there, following Quincy and Kai Klein. Jonas DeCrasso, number 2, absolute beast, as he takes a bow going into his Zen state while he enters his dojo.
Hugh Vanderway, the big man, number 33, the senior forward, is going to be a key for the Cubs here tonight if they want to come away victorious with this tough Golden Knights squad. These Golden Knights are very, very, very solid, and their resume speaks for themselves, speaks for itself.
Yeah, I think you put that really well, Frank. I think the front court's going to be the big battle tonight, as well as beyond the arc. That's where the majority of the points is going to be scored here. So Hugh's going to need to take a commanding role to get Loyola out on top in this loud matchup.
Absolutely, and this is a Mission League matchup. Turn it up a little bit. Mission League is one of the most competitive leagues in the country. Loyola currently 1-4 in play. I believe St. Francis 3-2 or 2-5.
They're 1-4 in the Mission League right now, but they both.
And the opening tip is going to be Golden Knight ball.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Golden Knight.
Oh, they're going to do a
retip.
Okay.
Retip. All right, number 0 taking the tip here. Mozzie Mosley wins it for the Knights. Here comes 55-11 back to 0-0. Mozzie Mosley going to be taking that point guard role today, up top, guarded by Quincy.
Quincy so small, yet such a big part of this team.
25 back to 12. 12 is going to be Ethan Childs for the Knights. Back to Mozzie Mosley.
Mosley. George working on Mosley.
Up top, number 12. Drives to the basket, floater.
No good.
Short. Rebounds
Kai
Loyola.
Klein with the board. Kai Klein with the ball now. The junior forward is going to give it to Hugh, the big man, number 33. Number 55, Kennedy Mitchell-Egbo working on it. Back to Quincy. Nico in the corner. Nico moving up to the middle, back to Hugh. Hugh driving down the key, gives it to Quincy, the small point guard. Quincy gives it back to Jonas. Jonas driving. makes a spin move, puts up a layup.
That
That
is
is good.
Great take there from Jonas DeCross. Tay, what do you think of that spin move?
I think that was beautiful. I think the ball movement was crucial there, and Loyola's going to want to keep that up and keep their momentum. That was
Great
a nice
find
move.
there by Quincy. Quincy Watson, the young sophomore, with the assist there.
Declan Grant out to Mosley. Mosley looking for a shot there, doesn't see it. Guarded by Quincy. You see the height difference, but you know that he's a dog. Swings that to 11. 11 drives to the paint. Outside of 12. 12 looks for a shot, doesn't see it. Moving the ball around here. No, looking for a point of entry. Completely denied. Inside to 25. 25 is Chris Kalashian.
Crucial turnover right there. Costly for the Knights.
Quincy now with the ball. Hugh pulls up for three. The big man. Can he shoot? Not there.
But there's
Nico
the board
gets
from
the
Nico.
board. Tough board, but not going to go. It's going to be a board for the Golden Knights. As
Bringing
it's
it
going to be
down
number
now
11.
is number 11, Dylan Grant. Drives to the basket. High pickup. Floater denied. It's going to be a foul.
Not sure about that foul call, Nolan.
Yeah, that was. Hugh tried to keep his hands up as straight as possible, but unfortunately that will be his first and hopefully last foul.
You know, fouls aren't something you want, but it's something that you're going to get when you have a battle like this.
For sure.
This is gonna be a physical one.
Sinks the first free throw.
Gonna get
Grant-
the first point for the Knights tonight.
Grant definitely an imposing physical presence, not a small guy.
Yep, not at all. This team,
Hugh
St.
looking
Francis,
for the inbound backcourt pressing here. They're going to give it to Quincy, the point guard. Number 4, Quincy working. 0, Mozzie Mosley guarding him. Quincy finds DeCrassel. DeCrassel, arguably the star of this team. Him and Vanderway for sure. DeCrassel driving, finds Hugh. Hugh to Watson in the corner. Watson back to Hugh. Hugh pulls a 3. No good. And it's going to be a Nico George with a hustle
great
board
hustle
there.
board.
It's going to be Hugh with the ball again. Hugh working back up to the middle, dribbling with his left hand.
Picked up
Puts
by
it back in
Kennedy.
his right. Hugh out to DeCrassel. DeCrassel drives up the middle, pulls up a mid-range.
That's still go.
So DeCrassel the hot hand early for the Cubs, and the Cubs are out to a 4-2 lead.
Bring it down here, number 0, Mosley looking for that penetration. Swings it up top to 12. 12 down to 11. 11 is going to be Dylan Grant. Ethan Childs right now looking for something. Inside to Grant. Grant pulls up for the short.
Good.
Go.
So all 8 points scored by just 2 players so far, DeLon Grant and Jonas DeCrassel, the stars so far.
Yeah, the Golden Knights are looking for any opportunity to put their man to shoot as close to the key as possible there. That's going to be their way to score.
DeCrassel, Watson trying to set a screen for DeCrassel. DeCrassel trying to find an opportunity. He gives it to George at the baseline. It's going to be post out of bounds by number 12, Ethan Childs, the senior. Nice play there. So it's going to be the Cubs' first chance to show if they have any inbound plays up their sleeve, as number 1, Nico George, is going to be giving the inbound pass to Vanderway. Vanderway is going to give it to Kai Klein. Klein finds Vanderway inside. Vanderway puts up a mid-range, no good. It's going to be DeLon Grant with the board.
Pushing it down now, DeLon Grant looking for something. Swings it outside. Drives to the basket. Hezzy there, outside, corner 3.
No
No go. Board by Kai Klein as Loyola pushes transition.
Kai Klein with the ball now. Klein working on Grant. Trying to find an opening. He finds Watson on the cut. Watson with a nice reverse layup, and he's fouled on the attempt. He'll be going to the line for 2.
That was an excellent pass there. Great find and drawing the foul. Fantastic job by Watson here.
So let's see Cubs' first chance to see how they do from the charity stripe tonight. First shot from Watson is going to be good. 5-4 lead for the Cubs in the early going here. Watson, such a young talent. Came from the Brentwood School for 9th grade, and he missed the second one. But Watson is arguably the most dynamic player on the floor for the Cubs tonight, as they're going to give it to the Golden Knights at the
Henry
baseline.
pushes from the baseline, swings it outside to 11. Grant throws it off Nico George.
Heads-up play there. Very heads-up play there by Grant. Grant so far been very impressive.
Yep, absolutely, Frank. And here comes St. Francis' chance from the baseline. Looking like a stack lineup up at the free throw line here for the inbound. Not sure I've seen that one before. And the break. Inbound to Kennedy. Kennedy swings it to Childs. Childs looking for something outside to 11. Guarded by Quincy. Nothing there. Great defense from the Cubs here. Double team pick up from Nico George. 3. No good. Board by George. Absolute board machine. Pushes it into transition here.
It's going to be DeCrassel with the ball. That's Vanderway. Now it's DeCrassel with the ball. DeCrassel working on number 3. DeCrassel moves inside, finds Kai Klein in the baseline, who puts it up reverse ways, and it is good.
Loyola up 7-4 here as Mosley taking his time to bring it down here, looking for more settled offensive play. They haven't seen too many of those yet in this game. Here comes Ethan Childs, guarded by Quincy. Nothing there. Looks like he's calling a play outside, drives to the baseline, takes it up, absolutely denied.
Wow, thought that was a foul, but no. Kai Klein with the ball in the Cubs with numbers here. Watson going to slow it down. Watson gives it to George. George, top of the key, 3.
Bang! Here we go, Nico. Nico having a star-studded game already. Could be a legacy game for him as he has 3 rebounds, a three-pointer. And
Definitely could be a Nico George legacy game, and coming as DeLon Grant pulls the
mid-range. And they're just going to turn it right back around, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for a game, and we are here for it.
DeLon Grant, all 6 points of this Golden Knights team. He has certainly been a dynamic player here in the early going as DeCrassel's working on number 3. That's
Henry.
Noah Henry.
That's
DeCrassel trying to get something going. He's going to drive. He puts it up. No good.
Good board
Kai
there from
Klein
Kai
on the board,
Klein.
and he's fouled.
Both
Kai
the
Klein.
foul.
Kai Klein going to the line.
Important right there, DeCrassel making sure he's one-on-one, then making a play. You've seen it happen 3 times now, and it's gotten them points regardless. Excellently done.
Definitely, DeCrassel's certainly the player that Coach Powell wants to get the ball in his hands. Such a big player, and he can shoot very well. He might be the most well-rounded player on this Loyola Cub team.
Absolutely, Frank. I'm going to have to agree with you on that. He really just makes things happen when he's got the ball in his hands. We've seen him be lethal in transition here with amazing assists, and he's always lethal from 3.
Definitely lights-out shooter as Kai Klein knocks down the first free throw and misses the second, and it's going to be a Golden Knight rebound. That's number 32, Joe Hickey.
What a man. What a man.
Childs is taking the ball up now. Interesting. Maybe they're switching up their plays here.
Number 5, Ben O'Connor checking in for the Knights.
Corner
Outside 3. That'll go.
So some early fireworks here. I hope you guys bet the over.
That's a really tough shot there from number 0, Mazzy Mosley. Really shows that he's not scared of anything in this game.
Nico George driving. He's going to find Watson in the outside. No good.
Board by Mosley. Pushing in transition.
Mazzy Mosley, such a long player. He's really been going to be tough for the Cubs to contain on the inside.
No good.
Quincy Watson, the young guy with the rebound.
Quincy just finds himself in these good positions. Pushes into DeCrasel.
DeCrasel on the baseline. Vandeweghe in the corner. The big man. Can he get it? No.
No good.
But Kai Klein with the board. He's going to give it to Watson. Watson ducks one. Gives it back to DeCrasel. DeCrasel the shot. No good. Can the Cubs get another offensive board? No, they can't. And it's going to be Golden Knight basketball.
Pushing it now is Ethan Childs for the Knights. Takes it up top. The Knights set up their offense. There it is. Right side to, I'm not sure who that was, number 5. Up top, 12. Driving to the basket. 5. Corner 3. Can he do it? No good. 0 for 2. He's getting subbed out.
DeCrasel with the board. And now it's Vandeweghe with the ball, giving it back to DeCrasel. DeCrasel taking it up the court. Can he make something happen here for the Cubs? Vandeweghe with the ball. He's going to drive to the baseline. He's going to turn around. He's going to give it back to DeCrasel. DeCrasel working on the screen set by Watson, but he's not going to take it. Working on number 5. It's Ben O'Connor.
Draws the foul.
Ref so far have not been afraid to blow the whistle. They're keeping everyone on a very short leash. They know that this game can get heated as rivalries tend to do, and they want to nip that in the bud before it even gets started.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a fast-paced physical game. Under the basket, across the arc. You've seen a lot of movement, and that's just the key to this game. Right now, Loyola is outmaneuvering the Knights, and that's what's having them ahead.
It's going to be number 11, the freshman Tyson Powell, checking in for the game, the son of Coach Powell, but he is certainly a good player. It's not nepotism. That's going to be number 12,
Joe Murner.
Joe Murner, the senior shooting guard, is going to get that basket there for the Cubs, clocking in at 6'4". Murner is a long presence on the court, and he is certainly a dangerous weapon for the Cubs off the bench.
Number 5, Ben O'Connor up top to Dylan Domingo. Domingo down to 25. Up top, back to Domingo, looking for something. Nico, get around that screen. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're going to call a foul there.
Talk about a threat this game. Nico George with lockdown defense, absolutely looking lethal in transition. Three ball and multiple boards for him. Talk about his performance last week against Crespi.
Definitely Nico George. I don't know if you guys are longtime fans of Loyola basketball, but he reminds me a lot of Max Stern. Very similar play styles, and you know they're going to be given 100% effort every time they're in the game. Stern, of course, graduated last year.
And that's something that Loyola does well. They pass their legacy on of hard work, hustle, and drive.
Second free throw is going to be no good. It's going to be number 10, Merrick Bernstein, the junior guard with the rebound. He's going to give it to George. George and DeCrassel now the only starter still in this game is George.
Interrupted by Domingo. Domingo bringing it down in transition. Looks for the layup. Absolutely swatted out by George, and that's going to be Loyola ball.
Good defense there by George. Didn't let that mistake go to his head, and is able to offset any potential downside he may have had from that play.
Absolutely.
And there are 35 seconds left in this first quarter of action. As Merrick Bernstein gets ready to inbound the ball, he's going to look for someone to get open. It's going to be Quincy Watson, number 4.
Checking back into the Cubs as well as Jonas DeCrassel pushing it down.
Watson working on 25. That's Chris Kalachian. Now back to DeCrassel. DeCrassel on Kalachian. What can he do here?
He's probably going to drive here. He's
Puts
been
it in his
successful
left
so
hand.
far.
Looks like they're holding it for the last shot, and they want DeCrassel to have it. And they're going to call a carry on DeCrassel there, I think.
Now that's a 5-second violation.
Oh, 5-second violation. Good
Yeah.
tape. 1-point game here as we come to the end of the first quarter. Let's see if the Knights can make something happen. Inbounding here is Chris Galachian into Domingo. Domingo bringing it down here. Hasn't been too much of a threat yet. Not much to worry about when he has the ball in his hands. 14, Aaron Matthews checking in for the Knights.
Kalachian, a big guy out there.
Up top to Mozzie Mosley. Looking to make something happen.
Triple
2,
team.
1.
And open in the corners, Domingo, and it's good.
Really just a lucky shot as we go into it to tie in the second quarter.
So all knotted up at 13 after 1 on the last second 3 from Domingo. What an exciting game. Stay tuned for the second quarter.
John Malloy Broadcast Club, home of all Cubs sports. Find us at cubcast.org.
Hey. Welcome back to the second quarter of play here. Certainly a thriller here, all knotted up at 13, and we get ready for this next 8-minute quadrant of Mission League basketball. This is going to be a good game. Don't touch that remote, folks.
Yeah, here comes Quincy Watson bringing it down, number 4, just an absolute threat on offense. Lobs it up to Hugh Vanderway, looking to post up here. Nice move there from Hugh, bringing it around, takes the body, inbound to Joe. Joe, back out to Vanderway, nothing there. Back out to Joe, Joe's going to stutter step, bring it in, out to Vanderway. Penetrates the defense. Waits the jump ball, Joe taking it in, loses it, bobble, and he's going to draw a...
That's going to be a defensive foul.
Number 2. Number 12, Joe.
That was a bang-bang play. Thought they may have been able to call a charge there on Joe, but able to, guess the defender was not able to set his feet there. And it's going to remain Cub ball here as they get some free shots here.
These are some crucial shots as this game is going to be a close one, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen how it was in the first quarter with absolute battle.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Defense has been really tough on Vanderway. He's been shooting, but to no avail, but he's still trying to make some plays with his keen ability to pass the ball and his being a leader on the team.
First shot from the stripe is good for Joe, and the Cubs take a 14-13 lead.
This might come down to free throws, so all these shots count.
No good on the second one, but Hugh fighting for that board. It's going to be a jump ball. Great job by Hugh to get that jump ball call there. The possession arrow is going to go to the Golden Knights, but that's a big play still.
Yep, absolutely. Nice to check out some new players.
Kennedy and Grant are notable players in for the Golden Knights.
So it's going to be St. Francis ball here as Mosley takes it up the court. What can he do here? Mozzie Mosley, obviously a big guy. He's certainly a threat out there. Anytime he has the ball, he's going to pull up for a deep 3 from beyond the arc. No good.
Board Merrick Bernstein. Here we go. Merrick pushing in transition. Really a commanding player on this team. Picks up his dribble. Outside there to Powell. Powell back up top to Quincy. Here comes Quincy down.
Trying to get some separation here.
Yep. Quincy, good move there. Breaks a little bit of space. It's going to get swatted away, and it's going to be St. Francis ball in transition.
Mosley on the fast break. He's going to miss the shot, but it's going to be a rebound there.
Draws the foul.
for Kennedy Mitchell-Egbo.
Loyola there on that offensive possession, just nothing was available.
I was talking to the St. Francis coach, and, he had nothing but good things to say about Kennedy Mitchell-Egbo. This is a guy who he was saying is always doing community service, working in the community, taking AP classes, loading up on things like that. He is just an outstanding role model at that Golden Knights school. So, obviously, a great guy on and off the court.
Hugh checking out for Jonas.
Although he may be a great guy, he did miss that first free throw. Let's see what he can do with this second one. Kind of an unconventional form there, and he's going to miss the second one as well.
And
Murner
tough
fighting for the
rebound
board.
there. Jonas pushing in transition to Merrick. Merrick, nobody ahead of his guy. He's going to break it down, and it's going to be a Loyola offensive possession here. Jonas cuts down, makes some space. Quincy pump fakes. Looking for something here as he's up top. Down to Powell. Powell drives to the up top to Jonas. Jonas, deep three. Oh, I thought that was in from here. I'm sorry.
Kalachian with a tough elbow there. As it's going to be number 11, DeLon Grant with the ball. DeLon Grant really looks like a man amongst boys out here. He is a big guy.
Absolutely.
Number 4, that's Dylan Domingo. Domingo, kind of a small guy, but he has handles. 55, that's Mitchell Egbo. What can he do here? Mitchell Egbo back to Grant. Grant looking for an opportunity. He's going to drive down the middle. He's going to give it to 25, Kalachian, and he puts it up, and it is good. Kalachian with his first points of the night. And a very nice play there as the Golden Knights, I believe that is their first lead of the night.
Yep, here comes Jonas breaking down that full court press. He's going to take it to the baseline. Up top, Quincy looks for a shot there. No good to Murner. Murner looking for something here as Powell comes across. Loyola really moving that ball around the top of the key. Nice move there.
Trying to get into the perimeter here. No avail.
Quincy, deep three.
Bang! That'll go. What a shot from Quincy.
Quincy Watson with a deep three there as St. Francis is on the attack. It's going to be Kalachian. They give it back to Mozzie Mosley. Mosley out to Grant. Grant down the middle. Grant driving to the baseline.
Nice.
And it's picked off by
Swatted
Joe
by
Murner.
Jonas to Murner. Murner bringing it down. Now they know that Quincy's an absolute threat no matter where you spot him.
I
Up
think
top.
they knew that going into this game, Nolan. I think he's circled
yeah.
on every opponent's scouting report as such a dynamic player, and you cannot let him get an open shot from anywhere on the
To
court.
Krassel from deep. No good.
Anywhere beyond midcourt, you do not want to give Quincy Watson an open look.
And it really is just amazing that he is a sophomore with such confidence, and he really deserves it.
Mozzie Mosley with a nice floater.
Yep.
19-17 is the score.
Loyola. Jonas Krassel pushing the ball here for Loyola.
Maybe it's 17-17 actually.
Yeah. Murner
Krassel.
coming up to set that pick. Uses it. They get the switch. The switch they wanted to Quincy. Quincy in his spot, in his element, looking absolutely electric as he dribbles that ball around the pick. What is this matchup? It's a mismatch.
Watson.
Nice
Oh!
move.
No good, but
No
he got
good.
Mitchell. He had Mitchell Egbo on skates
Mitchell,
there.
what, 2 feet taller than him? No fear in his eyes. And
DeLon
draws a
Grant, is
foul.
that going to be a travel? That should be a travel.
That may just be a foul.
It's gonna be a push.
It's going to be a foul on the floor, or is that on the shot?
No, the shot just didn't count.
Hey, talk about the confidence in these Cubs' eyes as they come into the second quarter. Taking the shots that they want to take.
Oh, yeah.
St.
Now-
Francis has been driving to the paint more often than not.
Nico George checks in for Powell here. And
As well as Kai Klein.
goes in
for
for
Powell.
Murner.
And Powell.
DeLon Grant with the ball, number 11 at the top. George guarding Grant. Grant pulls up mid-range. No good.
Good rebound there from Kai.
Kai
Hugh.
Rebounds are going to be crucial for the Cubs here. They can get as many as they can. That would be the best.
That would be the best.
Absolutely. Hugh Vanderway having a tough time up there, but he's going to move it to Quincy. Quincy drives around, uses the pick to his advantage, takes it down. Good push there. Jonas driving to the basket. High pickup. That's going to be
Foul.
foul. Oh,
It's going to be an offensive charge
Wow.
there into Krassel. Tough call there.
that is a tough call. But, you know, that's what you got to do. Be able to take those tough charges, and it's going to be St. Francis ball because of that tough play.
DeCrassel, just such an absolute competitor. You know he's going to be giving 100%, 110% every time he's out in the court. So not surprised to see some effort, almost too much effort there from him. So it's going to be number 12. That's Ethan Childs taking the ball up the court. They're going to give it to number 4, Dylan Domingo. Domingo back to Childs. Childs to Domingo. Domingo, the smallest guy on the court right now, even smaller than Watson. Gives it to number 11, and he's fouled. It's going to be number 13, Kai Klein with the infraction.
Talk about senior leadership on this team. You got Nico, an absolute lockdown defender. Hugh Vanderway willing to make something happen every time he's got the ball in his hands. And Jonas DeCrassel, just a calm presence in a turbulent game.
Definitely. Grant makes the first free throw.
It's going to be 17-18, 1-point game here towards the latter half of the third quarter.
So we've already seen several lead changes here just in the early going. This is going to be a great game as the Knights extend their lead and make it 19-17.
Vanderway, the push-off, gets the ball inbounded. Here we go. Guarded up by number 11. He's going to cross over, take it down his right side. It's swatted away. Keeps his composure, moves it to Nico George. Whistle is blown. Timeout Loyola. Really a smart timeout, but we've got to learn how to push that ball in transition, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Loyola is undergoing a ton of pressure. Grant is one of the biggest threats, as we've seen, being able to not only score in highly contested areas, but also dish the ball off to get points on the board. Cubs are going to want to have to work on their perimeter, actually paint defense, and try and break the perimeter more often on offense.
And as these teams go to the sideline, we get a good look at their young potential standing around the coaches. Both teams with a lot of potential, a lot of upcoming players that hopefully we'll get to see in this game, led by their seniors and their starters. Just a beautiful display of sportsmanship and good rivalry. It's always electric when these two teams go to battle.
For sure. Couldn't have said it better.
So a timeout there by Powell. Nolan, if you're Coach Powell in this huddle, and Tate as well, what do you say in this huddle right now? What are you telling the boys?
I'm telling them that they are absolute dogs, that they got to keep playing with the confidence that they've been playing with this first half, that they need to be willing to push off and pressure when they're pushing in transition.
Oh, yeah.
I second that. I think Nolan put that well. They just got to keep up the energy they had in the first quarter and make sure to lock down on defense. Keep those plays coming on offense, and opportunities will open themselves up. And they will take the lead again like they did in the first quarter.
Another thing I'm saying is keep shooting your shots. Keep that confident flow going, because when you have confidence, the sky is the limit. Here we go. Quincy Watson inbounding to
Some inspirational words there from Nolan Napier as the Cubs inbound the ball here. Watson to George.
Nico, absolute hustle play to get the ball. He's going to move it back to Watson. Watson with another 10-foot tall player. He's going to break him. Jonas, Hezzy, bang, bang. Oh.
Number 4, Domingo with the board. Domingo pushing the ball. They don't have numbers, though, so he's going to slow it down. To number 12, Ethan Childs. Childs out to Mozzie Mosley. Mosley back to Childs. Childs, deep 3. No good. It's going to be a board by Vanderway.
Vanderway, plenty of time here. He's going to look for someone to push in transition. It's going to be George. George crosses over to his right, back to his left. He's going to bring that ball across the midline. There it is to Kai Klein.
Kai Klein got some breathing room here as Vanderway is going to pull a 3. No good. Vanderway has been building a house made of bricks so far. Such a great player, but obviously his shot in the early going is not going great. Look for him to make some tweaks at halftime and come out very strong.
One thing about Vanderway, though, is he is going to keep shooting no matter what. Because once that thing gets hot, that thing gets boiling.
Most definitely, and Powell will need that. Coach Powell will need that shot to heat up if they want to win this game. That's going to be Domingo with the ball. He's going to find Grant on the inside. Grant puts up the floater, no good, but it's going to be a board there by Childs. That's going to be a pretty egregious foul there by the Cubs.
Tough play there from Domingo. He's going to get the, or not sure who it was, but it was a tough play. And that's the plays that you're going to see pretty commonly in this game, because this is a ride or die game, a rivalry where you want to put everything on the line.
Definitely.
Yeah, double bonus this early, though. I think some of the fouls may be a bit too costly.
Absolutely.
Still 2.5 minutes left in this first half of play, so they could end up converting that double bonus into several points.
Yeah, that's the scary thing. That's how the game is played a lot in the NBA level too. So more time you are at the line, the more likely you are to win.
Yeah. As the second free throw is good, so St. Francis making the most of their opportunities. The Cubs need a big offensive possession here as they go for the Hail Mary pass there to Watson, and he's going to catch it.
Back up top to DeCrassel. DeCrassel with his calm presence is going to bring it up top. Look for something. There it is to George. George down to Vanderway. Really doing a good job at penetrating that offense, getting into the key. Watson, there's his shot. That'll go! Absolutely electric shot from Watson. Fire in his eyes as St. Francis pushes it in transition. No way. Oh my goodness, both teams with the hot hand. Here comes DeCrassel outside to Watson. They're not going to think twice about it. Watson bringing it back down. Bounce pass to George. George to DeCrassel. DeCrassel drives the baseline. Outside to Vanderway. Vanderway, love the shot. Bam! Oh my goodness. Nico George, nice board. He's getting another chance at it. No good. And
It's going to be a foul on DeCrassel, over the back foul on DeCrassel. Is that number 3 on Jonas so far?
yep.
Yeah, that's 3. And I think Hugh is 2.
Vander, we're getting 2 opportunities at that corner 3. It is a tough shot, but ladies and gentlemen, you know what you have to do when you get the ball in your hands. Watson, absolutely star-studded 3 there, but it is answered by St. Francis. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a game. This is where you want to be on a Wednesday night.
20-24 is the score. Dylan Dominguez on the line for the Golden Knights. Let's see what he can do here. First shot is good.
Smooth as butter.
At Dylan Dominguez's small stature, you know he is a lights-out shooter, and so far he has been just that. He's been making the most of all the looks he's been getting.
DeCrassel checking out for Joe Murner. Joe Murner, just such a technical, rough player. He's going to get the dirty work done for you. He's going to make the shots you need to make, and he's really just
No
going to
good
do
there.
what needs to be done. As I say that, he gets the rebound to George.
Cubs
George.
need to make these last drives count.
Absolutely. George, double team, finds Vanderway. Someone's got to be open, and they're going to slow it down a little bit here. Over the top for George. George to Klein. Klein to Vanderway. Outside to Quincy. That's his shot. No good. Board from Murner, as I say. Nico penetrates the offense. Shot. No good. And it's going to be St. Francis with the rebound.
But man,
Pushing
Powell's got to love giving Watson those open looks because he is such a good shooter that he missed those 2 right there, but you can bet your bottom dollar that he is going to be making those shots as this game progresses. He's been making them, and he will continue, as that's another 3 by number 3, Noah Henry. And now some separation here for the Golden Knights. The Cubs are going to need to get some points back going into the half if they want to remain competitive here. Nico George with the ball.
Double team to Klein. Klein pushes inside. Little bit sketchy pass to Watson. Vanderway back to Watson. He's got room to work here. He's got a man his height. That's dangerous. Pushes into the key, up top to Nico. Nico looking for something, doesn't see it, bringing it back up top. He's looking around, he's looking for something to do. Murner looks like he's going to get some separation here. Bounce pass to Vanderway.
Shot clock winding down. 5, 4, 3. Watson needs to make something happen. He's going to put a mid-range shot. No good. But there's going to be a foul on Nico George on the floor.
It's going to be an offensive foul on the Cubs, and it's going to be defensive foul, sorry. And the inbound here from Watson.
Cubs get maybe one more chance to shorten this 8-point lead.
Yep. Here goes Watson looking for something. Bounce pass into Vanderway. Takes that body. He's double teamed. And that is going to be
a desperate attempt at getting that ball up. They're going to give it to Klein, and Klein is fouled.
Draws the foul. Great
is he heading
ball.
to the line? Are they on bonus yet?
I don't know if it's a shooting foul, but it seems he's going to the line. That is Klein going to the line
Absolutely
right there.
crucial free throws here as we go into the halftime mark, 20-28. Not the way we want to see it going, but Loyola, we like to fight.
Yeah, St. Francis there. That's been their game plan. Pass it on the perimeter and trying to find some separation on the sides, then drain those threes. And it really worked out in the latter half of the second quarter. Scary deficit now for the Cubs.
Checking in here, Zayden, number 34, senior.
I would love to see the Cubs force a turnover after this free throw and get another bucket just to cut that lead even more going into the half, because I really do think that these points are going to be absolutely crucial as we get down to the crunch time of it.
Nur and Carter checking in for this last bit of the second half.
Klein misses the second one, and it's going to be number 12 with the board. That's Ethan Childs. And they're going to give it to Dylan Domingo, taking it up the court. Domingo, a very small presence, working on Quincy Watson, also a small guy. What can he do? Domingo, from outside the arc, he's going to hold it for the last shot, it looks like, or they're going to give it, push it around. It's going to be a turnover for the Cubs. Cubs working upfield. Can they get anything? It's going to be Powell.
Buzzer
beater. But Ty Powell hits a buzzer beater as time expires.
Absolutely essential bucket for the Cubs.
And we were saying that they need to get momentum going into the half, and you cannot get a bigger momentum swing than a play like that.
From the freshman.
Wow. We'll be back to bring you the second half of basketball here from Levy Gymnasium.
Don't go anywhere.
still have time.
Welcome back to the second half here at Levy Gymnasium. Loyola Cubs versus St. Francis Golden Knights. An absolute electric first half with that bang backboard buzzer beater from Powell right at the end of the second half to bring it within 4 for the Cubs. Loyola, I just have to say, they look dialed in. They look wired. They look ready to play some ball in this second half. Talk about a perfect first half from people like Quincy, people like Nico. And they really are just giving it their all.
Oh yeah. I mean,
yeah.
If you want to talk about the keys to success in this second half, they have to stop the stars on St. Francis. They have to stop Mozzie Mosley. They have to stop DeLon Grant. And they need to get Kennedy Mitchell-Igbo out of the paint because, honestly, size-wise, the Cubs just do not match up. And here's what they need to win. They need to win the intangible battle. They need to hustle after every loose ball. They need to be fighting for every single board. They need to be breaking these presses every single time. There can be no wiggle room if they want to win because this is a damn good St. Francis team.
Frank, can you remind me what season we are in right now?
Winter season.
And I just have to say, these Loyola boys look ice cold to fit the theme. Looking out for the cable, yes. We don't want to shut off the live stream.
That joke was Kai Klein here with the inbound. Klein is going to give it to Nico George. Nico George, the senior forward for the Cubs, is going to give it to Klein, the junior. Klein getting double teamed. Gives it to George. Someone's open to Krassel. Corner 3. No good. Missed opportunity there for the Cubs. Open shot, and it's going to be Golden Knights ball out on Loyola.
Kai looking a little bit surprised by that call from the refs. Did look close.
Cubs are going to need to take more control of the paint, both on offense and defense. Second chance points have been huge for the Knights. That's how they're up right now.
0 Mosley. Moving it to Mingo. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are off to the races for the St. Francis Golden Knights. Swinging it up top to Domingo. Similar to Loyola's play style. They're just looking to penetrate right in. Number 4 up top, Domingo. Looking for something. Drives to the basket. Takes a jump stop. Back outside to Mosley. Mosley, step back. Nothing there. Inbound. Nice. Almost swatted away there by Klein. Swatted away by George. Here comes Quincy. To George.
Quincy.
No!
Oh, man. George with another chance. Rejected. It's going to be Murner. Murner to DeCrasso. DeCrasso slowing it down up top. He's going to set up the offense. He gives it to Watson. Watson going to set a screen. Mosley working on DeCrasso. Now it's going to be a mismatch here as Dylan Domingo does not match up to DeCrasso. DeCrasso puts a shot up over Domingo. No good. Nice
George.
board there by Nico George. And a heads-up play there to throw it off DeLon Grant.
Absolutely electric hustle play there from George. Just doing what he does
Cubs
best.
have not made a bucket yet this half. Can they end the dry streak? Here we go. Watson looking for someone to inbound it. He's going to give it to DeCrassel. That is a dangerous duo right there. If those two get hot, they're going to be tough to stop in the second half of play. DeCrassel working on Kalachian. Kalachian now to Murner. Murner with it. Kalachian remains on him. They're going to give it to George. George working on Dominguez. Another mismatch size-wise. DeCrassel in the corner. Watson driving. Foul.
Foul draws it, yes.
That's perfect movement. I think this is what Coach Powell was talking about at half. Moving the ball, high hustle, driving to the hoop.
They need to be fluid with this ball movement, and they need to be fast-paced because they need to exploit every single opportunity that they have, as Watson is doing just that, making a free throw there, and they need to convert on these free throws if they want to have success.
I completely agree. That's what it's going to come down to.
Watson knocks them down, bringing it to a 2-point game. Here goes Domingo, guarded by Watson. 0 Mosley calls a play, taking that roll. Nico George just taking that roll right back from him, locking him down. Nothing there yet for the Knights. Can't see his number. That's number 3. That is Noah Henry.
Nice move there, and they had Kai Klein on ice skates there. DeCrassel now trying to break this press. Domingo not giving up, no quit in that little fighter right there. DeCrassel is going to give it to Watson and set one. Watson with the ball is going to drive, makes a spin move, makes one move, pulls up mid-range. No good. Can the Cubs get the board? No, they can't, but it's going to be really, I think that should be a foul, but no call there. It's going to be Golden Knight ball, but wow, it looked like Murner was pushed there, but guess not.
And here goes Henry with the inbound to Mosley. Mosley picked up by George. The double team comes. He's going to swing it up top to 25.
They don't want to lose on numbers down here.
Mitchell
55 under the
Egbo
basket.
puts
That's
it
an
up, and it's
easy
good.
bucket.
Kennedy Mitchell Egbo with a bucket there. And the Golden Knights are off to a hot start in the second half. They're up by 6. Can the Cubs answer? They would love to get a 3-pointer here and cut this deficit to a 1-possession game. DeCrassel, they'll
Nice
take
move.
a mid-range 2. They'll take that 2.
You can barely
Here goes
catch the
Mosley.
inbounds
Mosley
here.
behind the back, through the legs, just handling the ball. Moves it to Domingo. Domingo bringing it up top, pushing it opposite side. It's going to be to Kennedy. Kennedy to Mosley. Mosley inside here at the block. Swings it up top to Domingo. Domingo down to the corner 3. Drives to the baseline. Pump
Man,
fake.
it looked like he stepped out of bounds there. And
Oh, Man, nothing you can do there. Tough play.
Wow, and we said that the Cubs needed to dominate the intangibles, and on that play, the intangibles were dominated by the boys out of La Cañada. Wow.
Yep.
Gritty play there. And the Cubs are going to need to start making plays like that if they want to win this game.
Murner checking out.
Utter domination under the basket. That's what's giving them the lead.
And he's going to convert on the 3-point play. An absolutely horrible blow there for the Cubs. Just as they got that shot from DeCrassel, looked like there was some momentum. That swung the momentum all that right back to the Golden Knights. As George is going to be working here. George is going to give it to Quincy. Quincy looking for a pick. Not going to get one. Going to give it to DeCrassel. DeCrassel working on number 3, Noah Henry. He's going to drive. He's going to find Quincy outside.
Oh,
Quincy
see you later.
Finding no shot there. Had an open look, but not going to take it. He's going to give it to Vanderway.
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 Oh!
Hugh with the mid-range shot. I mean, you would call it a jumper, but he didn't even jump, so I
Do
don't know
not
what to
give
call
that
it.
man space.
Great offensive possession there. Quincy, instead of forcing a shot, gave it to Hugh, who had size down low, and the Cubs converted. They need to make smart plays like that, as that's going to be Kalachian driving. Kalachian puts it up, and he's fouled. Wow, that looked like all ball to me, and that's the second questionable call of the half so far. Let's see if that continues. Something to keep an eye on. Kai Klein with his second personal foul tonight.
Yeah, fouls are racking up for Loyola's squad here. Gonna get a bit dangerous, especially into the fourth.
Egbo airballs the free throw. Somebody is not locked in.
That was Kalachian, no? Kalachian?
No.
Score right now is Loyola 30, St. Francis 35. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. We still got an entire other quarter left to play. It's still anyone's game, as we've seen.
Kalachian.
And he makes the second free throw. Wow. So a good follow-up to a very bad first free throw. Let's see what Watson can do here. Watson working on Mitchell Egbo, another size difference. That seems like we're saying that every time Watson has the ball, and yet he's still going off. Watson working on Kalachian. Watson slicing and dicing his way. There's going to be a foul. It's going to be on Mitchell Egbo. Egbo throws his hands up. He's confused, but that did look like some contact to me.
It's an elbow call on Egbo.
Yep, I saw it. I don't know about you guys.
Got to keep those elbows in check. Certainly dangerous in the heat of passion of such a rivalry game. You can start throwing elbows a bit, but you got to keep that in check if you want to stay disciplined.
Talking about rivalry, we've seen some back and forth between George and Mosley as they're bringing it down the court. You saw that dirty play there from Mosley as he smacked George in the face, and they had something to say. Klein up top.
Klein
takes it
driving.
into the baseline.
Klein gonna give it to DeCrassel. DeCrassel looking for Watson. Watson to DeCrassel. Crassel in the corner. He's driving on the baseline. Puts up a floater. No good, and it's going to be a charge. DeCrassel with his fourth personal.
Domingo has been a force to be reckoned with, driving on offense, drawing fouls on both offense and defense, racking up the fourth for DeCrassel. That's hindering the Cubs more than they already are.
Here comes Domingo down low. Up top to Mosley. Mosley guarded by Powell. Powell guarded by Quincy. He's going to drive in, take the side step, and that is no good. Great board there from Kai.
Great job by the refs, letting the boys play there, not blowing that whistle. They're going to find Watson in the corner. Watson, 3, no good.
No good. Nice
Tough board there by Kai Klein, but it's going to be picked up by Dylan Domingo.
Domingo
the small,
pushing in transition
feisty guard.
to Mosley. Gets by 1, gets by 2. Packed out. See you later. Back in transition. Watson going to lose it a little bit there, but he's going to
slow it down. Merrick in the corner. Merrick driving on the baseline. Merrick's going to put it up. And he's
Ah,
fouled.
good
Merrick
take.
Bernstein, the junior, going to the line.
Great take.
Gritty play there by Merrick. Merrick Bernstein, just an absolute stand-up guy in my Spanish class last year, and he was a great student, and he's a great basketball player. And that's what Loyola's all about, folks. Great men on the court, in the classroom, on the field, and in life in general.
We're very well-rounded.
Merrick makes the first free throw, and that's a big one for the Cubs as this lead is down to 5.
Bernstein finding that open lane. That was an excellent play call on his part. Let's see if the Cubs exploit that more down the line.
Ben O'Connor checks
goes
back in his
2
first
for
time in
2.
the game this half, and it's going to be Golden Knights ball with a 4-point game here going into the end of the third quarter. Here comes Domingo up top, guarded by Klein. Doesn't see it, swings it to O'Connor. O'Connor looking for something, brings it up top, crossover, looking to penetrate, double team, picked up, nowhere to go, down to the corner, gets one, takes it, and that is going to be no good. Rebound there from Vanderway, an absolute tower, pushing it in
Vanderway
transition.
pushing, Cubs have numbers. Powell unable to handle the pass, and the freshman, the lights just a little too bright there, unable to handle that pass. Wow, brutal break there for the Cubs. They had a chance to cut it to a one-possession game, potentially even a 2-point game, potentially a 1-point game, and they're unable to do so on the mishandled pass from Powell. But let's see what he can do to get his get back here. It's all about flushing that mistake, but he misses his coverage there. Luckily, they missed that shot.
That is very
Very physical there by Joe
Ooh.
Hickey. Dirty play there. No place for that in this game.
Very St. Francis-esque, would you agree?
I don't know about that. Quincy Watson, number 4, taking this ball up the court. Working on number 5, Ben O'Connor. What can Watson do here? Absolutely dynamic player. What does he have up his sleeve here? He's going to give it to Vanderway. Vanderway in the post. Vanderway driving. Vanderway working. They're going to call a travel. That seemed like a travel to me, yes. Vanderway just so big, hard to control, something that big.
And it's going to be St. Francis ball, 2:05 to go, 4-point game.
Yeah, those turnovers on those drives, it's going to come costly. That lead is not getting any shorter.
Here goes up top. Childs looking for something. Swings it over to Grant. Grant takes it down to O'Connor. O'Connor to Mosley. Mosley pushes in, picks up 3, swings it to the corner. Nothing there.
Pass.
Taking
Oh my
it
goodness.
in. The pickup outside. O'Connor, corner 3. No good. 0 for 3. What are you doing, buddy?
Cubs ball.
Both sides showing immense hustle there.
Watson. He's going to find Merrick. Nice play by Merrick, getting away from Mosley to get the inbound. It's going to be a foul on Mozzie Mosley.
Yep.
Nice play there for the Cubs. So Cubs, these fouls are going to be start adding up soon. The Cubs are going to start going to the line. In fact, they might be going to the line already.
Yeah, we already are.
Cubs are already in bonus.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Those points are essential. Merrick taking it to the line. He's cold. He's got ice in his veins. You heard me say it earlier. It's winter.
Definitely.
Bad joke.
Merrick Bernstein went 2 for 2 from the line his last time. Make that 3 for 3 as he sinks it.
Oh, my goodness. You know, I don't think
No moment is too big for
he's ever missed a free throw.
You could hear a pin drop in the arena
And
right
that'll
now.
continue.
And he makes another one.
Come on.
4 for 4 on his last free throws. Merrick Bernstein, you are on fire.
You know, having a conversation with Loyola earlier.
Nice play there by Watson to interrupt that play from Mosley. Mosley did not expect the small Watson to make such an athletic play there, but able to jump in front of that pass and disrupt that offensive play.
Frank and I were trying to get a word with the team before this game, and they did nothing but bark at us because they do indeed have that dog.
Yep. Mid-range, no good. Cubs, can they get the board? No. It's 32. Nice.
Swatted by Powell.
Powell. He's going to give it to
Quincy.
Quincy.
Euro.
Good! Let's go! And this game is tied. 36-36. 1 minute to play in the third quarter. The
Great
Cubs
move.
have all the momentum right now as 0. Mozzie Mosley has the ball, and he's working from up top. 13 Kai Klein in coverage. What can the Cubs defense do here? And this arena is electric. A deep 3 is sunk.
Oh my goodness.
So an
Mosley
massive
says,
answer there from the Golden Knights, and that is what they call a crowd silencer.
Mosley just shushes the entire room.
Watson, he's so electric. What can he do?
Merritt up top. Guarded by
Bernstein,
Mosley.
he has handles. Bernstein driving. And a bad pass there by Bernstein is picked off by number 12, Ethan Childs. Childs on the fast break. Out to Mosley. Mosley, 3, and it's good.
He's too good from beyond the arc.
From a tie game to a 6-point game in very little time. Cubs gonna get the last shot here in the third quarter. What can they make of it? Clock running down, 3, 2. Can they get a second buzzer beater? Watson, no.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you tuned in tonight for a game, and you have a game.
Talk about a swing of momentum. It was all going the Cubs' way. And just like that, Mozzie Mosley, arguably the best player and highest prospect on this court tonight,
Watson.
switched that all up with 2 shots at the rim. What a game.
Watson with a beautiful Euro step to get that transition bucket, and just gets absolutely silenced by Mosley from that deep three.
Yeah, same spot. He's hot from that corner of the arc right there. That's dangerous. They're going to have to press up on him next time on defense. Can't discredit that Euro, though. That was beautiful.
Hey, but just like how it got away from the Cubs with 6, we can bring it right back.
Most definitely, this is a game of runs, and you know, it was all Cubs for a minute there, and then it was all Golden Knights. And if the Cubs can just get a run this fourth quarter, it just takes a couple shots. I mean, it's still a 2-possession game. They're still well in this game. Overall, I'm really happy with how they played in that third quarter. It was just those 2 plays at the very end that screwed us.
The buzzer sounds for the fourth quarter, the fourth part. The Gladiators go back to battle.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Fun fact, a 4.2 magnitude earthquake just hit San Bernardino. We might have some aftershocks coming. That is not just how loud this room is. We may have some actual aftershocks.
You said earthquake?
Yeah, there was an earthquake in San Bernardino.
Damn. Did not know that. All right, here we go. Mosley up. Oh, wait.
It's going to be number 0, Mozzie Mosley, obviously the MVP of the game thus far with the ball here for the Golden Knights. What can he do? He thought about taking a shot from near half court.
Oh, my goodness.
Glad he thought better. He's going to give it to number 12. That's Ethan Childs, who makes a bucket there. And it's 8 straight Golden Knight points. They are on a run.
To Krassel, bringing it down for the Cubs, guarded by number 25. He's going to be looking to penetrate this, and he does just that. Brings it across the midline there. Nothing there. Takes it by himself, behind the back, in. No good.
It's going to be a board there by number 25. That's Chris Kalachian. Kalachian moving the ball with tempo. Kalachian going to give the ball to 0. Mosley. Spin move. Mosley. What can he do? Mosley's going to slow it down, take a breath, set up the offense. He's giving it to number 12, Ethan Childs. Childs to Grant. Grant had such a big impact in the first quarter. He's been largely missing in this second half, and he's back with a nice bucket there. That's 10 straight from the Golden Knights. Man, absolutely disastrous minute and a half for the Cubs.
That's going to be another timeout from Coach Powell there. He can see the holes in the defense, much like almost everyone here in the stands. There seem to be just gaps controlled by Mosley and Grant and Childs on that last play. That's been crucial. That just got the Golden Knights 4 more points, pushing them to a 10-point lead, 46-36. And it was tied not even 5 minutes ago. Wow. Cubs are going to need to dig deep.
Things can change just like that.
10-point difference there in a matter of minutes. This is going to need to be an absolute lock-in moment for the Cubs as Powell takes them in, looking dialed in, no fear in his eyes. That's just really how the Cubs have to come into these.
This is a true gut test.
And here we go. The Gladiators enter back onto the court.
The men in the arena, this is arguably one of the biggest moments of their high school career. 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. They need to dig deep here and get some stops and get some buckets. Kai Klein is going to have the ball, and he's going to give it to Nico George.
Klein.
Back to Klein.
George looking to push it in transition here. Klein back and forth there, and they get it across the midline. Loyola getting a chance for some unsettled offense.
Oh,
Here. It's going to be
turnover.
intercepted. Come on.
Kalachian with the interception there, and that's brutal. The Cubs needed to get a bucket there. Mosley, he's going to try and dunk, and it's not going to be good.
Not today, buddy. Not today.
Tried to get some style points there, and it's not going to pay off, and it's going to be a missed opportunity. Let's see if that comes back to bite them. It might. It very well might. It's going to be a foul.
Oh, my goodness. Grant has so much confidence. I'm not surprised if he actually would go for that again later this quarter. Scary. He can get up there.
Absolutely.
Wow, Mozzie Mosley, you are an athletic freak.
He's trying to throw the tomahawk down. Rim said no, sir. Here comes George on Kahachian. Vanderway swings into the Castle. Nice draw up there. There's the shot they want. Powell penetrating, takes it in high, pick up. No good. There's a foul in the face.
Offensive foul? Are you kidding me?
Hello? Refs pick up. They say, yeah, we got St. Francis on the spread. All right, for sure.
Alrighty, so it's going to be Golden Knight ball here. It's going to be number 12.
Here comes Watson back in. It's crunch time for the Cubs. 10-point lead for the Golden Knights.
And it is crunch time, and crunch time is running out, Nolan. There is not much time to put a
6
comeback
minutes.
together.
I mean, I think the starters are out for the Cubs right now. I mean, they just need to score and prevent as much points as possible. Just not even really regarding fouls at this point, because that's like the least of their concern.
Absolutely agree with you there. And here goes the Golden Knights looking to put this one away. Loyola hopefully is going to say no, sir. Let's see what happens.
They need buckets, and they need them fast. Number 12, Ethan Childs with the ball. He's going to give it to DeLon Grant. Grant to Mosley. Mosley, deep three. No good.
No good.
Big miss there for the Cubs. That needed that one. It's going to be 0. Mosley again. Mosley, the best player on the court. Mosley on to Krasel. Maybe number 1 and number 2. Grant looking for the ref for some type of call there, but not going to get it. Number 12, Ethan Childs. Childs back to Mosley. Childs with it to Grant. Grant looking for something. Going to give it to Mosley. That's all reliable. Grant driving in the paint. He's
That's
gonna
a travel. Yeah, that's 3 steps.
Good eye referee. And here go the Cubs looking to make something happen as they need it
Quincy
to happen.
Watson with the inbound.
Krasel bringing it down, looking for something. He's double teamed. He's going to bounce it over back to Quincy. Quincy, pump fake. Nice move there. Gets a little open spot for the Krasel. The Krasel up top. Double teamed again. Bounce pass to Vanderway. They're getting pressured like it's nobody's
This is
business.
dangerous.
Wow, Hugh manages to avoid that there, and DeCrasel has it.
Let's see
DeCrasel.
what you can do, Jonas. There it is.
Give it to
Nice flick
Quincy.
up to Quincy.
Bang!
Are you kidding me? Quincy Watson, ice in his veins, ice in his arm, and that's going to be a splash 3. The Loyola Cubs
Mosley,
are back in it.
the answer. Oh, my goodness.
He's got everyone's phone number. Oh, my goodness. He's calling back every single time.
Mazzie Mosley, the junior guard, 6'5" and 165 pounds of pure clutch.
This might be the most insane back and forth of just momentum. Loyola picks up with an amazing 3-ball made possible by Jonas DeCrasel.
Honestly, they need to make sure Mosley does not get an open look, because he has made them pay every single time.
These hands are hot. It's time for the Cubs to cool them down. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 to go in the timeout. I believe we are into the second. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes left in the game. 5 minutes left of rival basketball tonight at Levy Gymnasium.
But man, you see that the Cubs have the tools to make this comeback. If Watson keeps hitting shots, if Kai Klein keeps getting the boards, if Nico George keeps hustling, they can be in this game. They need to stop Mazzie Mosley, though. They need to stop Mazzie Mosley. He is the best player on the court as of right now, and they need to limit him. I mean, honestly, they might need to start double teaming him.
Vanderway looking to push it. Gets double teamed. Makes it through.
Dangerous.
Watson, open
All
look.
kinds of daylight. Fouled. Watson going to the line. Watson, a good free throw shooter. Let's see what he can do here.
He could bring this one into an 8-point game, and that is just a hop, skip, and a drive down to a tied-up game. It really is going to be a battle of momentum here, and ladies and gentlemen, we need to silence number 0.
You could hear a pin drop in Levy Gymnasium right now, and you can still hear a pin drop as Quincy misses the first free throw. Man, Loyola needs to be converting on opportunities like that if they want to win this game. They absolutely need to.
knocks down the second one.
So
Timeout.
Watson goes 1 for 2.
Loyola.
And that's a timeout from Loyola instantly. There are going to be some defensive and offensive play calls, as we actually saw DeLand Grant throw up a sign for a formation early in the fourth quarter. So they've got some end game plan already cooked up. However, I think Coach Powell's seen this and informing his team right now what they need to do in order to shorten this deficit they have and also take the lead in just a short amount of time.
I just got to say, a little fun fact for you guys tuning in here. Earlier on in the preseason, an ESPN scout by the name of Michael Drucker actually came down to watch Loyola players play at practice, and he did say that these kids know how to ball, they know how to hoop, and let's just see if they can make it happen here with 4 to go in the fourth.
It's going to be a close one. We've seen how dangerous Mosley is so far. I don't think the Cubs have really an answer besides double teaming him. They were pretty close up and pressed up pretty close to him on the arc that one last shot, but it doesn't seem like that even stopped him or even phased him. He is ice cold.
40 to 49 with 4 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the game. St. Francis inbounds the ball. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway.
Dylan Domingo and Quincy Watson, the two smallest men on the court right now. What can they do? Number 4 on number 4. It's going to be number 0, Mozzie Mosley. Mosley. Been hot all night, the MVP of the game. Back to Domingo. Domingo on Vanderway. That's a mismatch for the Cubs. They'd take that any day. 12 is Childs. He's going to give it to 3. That's Noah Henry. Henry back to Childs. Childs. The Knights are taking their time here. They know that they have no rush as the shot winds down. Mosley puts up a deep shot there, and you can't blame him for shooting that with the way he's been playing.
Off his left foot. That was
Here
the only
goes
thing that
Vanderway,
slowed him down there.
Taking it down. 1v1 matchup he likes. Watson up top. Calling a play. Bringing it down. DeCrasso looks open. He's going to swing it to DeCrasso. DeCrasso. Stutter step. Pulls up for 3. Oh, just
looked
off.
good there, just a bit short.
That's a good look
Man,
there.
and time is starting to run out. Cubs down by 9.
Cubs could need a few rebounds on offense right now.
They need
Getting
to
some extra second points.
I feel like basically they need to get every single board from now to the end of this game. As Domingo has the ball here working on Watson. The two, Domingo the juniors, Watson the sophomore. Now it's Noah Henry. Henry gives it to Ethan Childs.
Out of bounds.
Huge turnover right there.
Turnover.
Let's see what the Cubs can do with this quickly and efficiently. That's what they need to focus on right now.
Yes. Still a 3-possession game. What can they do?
Here we go. Jonas DeCrasso bringing it down.
JDK with the ball.
1v1 here to push it onto the offensive end, and he makes it to the midline. DeCrasso, crossover, driving to the basket. Swings it outside to Vanderway. Vanderway, 3.
Bang!
Got it!
And he needs to get hot if the Cubs want to win this game. And he's getting hot right now. He's heating up. They've turned the stove on.
6-point game right now. Loyola's very much in it.
Hugh, be careful. Hugh's getting real physical right there. They cannot afford a foul.
Straight lockdown here in the Cubs.
They're double teaming Mosley. Mazzy Mosley, only a junior, but but arguably the best player on the court. Domingo, how's that not a travel?
Oh, come on!
Insane shot by Domingo after a missed call there.
Definitely a missed call. Let's see if the Cubs get a makeup call here because, man, that seemed like a pretty egregious travel. But it's going to be DeCrasso with the ball here working on Domingo.
Takes it in the.
That is the makeup call I was referring to. They're not calling that the rest of the game if they don't just make that call.
That's going to be a foul on, I think, Domingo there. Cubs need a huge inbound play here. Notably, Quincy Watson on the side as well as Kai Klein.
Inbound there to George. George takes it outside.
He needs this.
Corner 3, no good.
Man.
Board from
Brutal.
St. Francis, pushing it in transition.
And wow. This game is looking to be heading in the wrong direction, folks. Looks like this is going to be a Golden Knights. This is the Golden Knights game to lose at this point. It's going to be a timeout for them.
This last timeout from the Golden Knights coach might be just to solidify what they have already as a lead and just try to play safe with the ball. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter as St. Francis is up 52 to Loyola's 43. Very well-fought game on both sides, but, I mean, especially in the second half, you could see where the point depravity lies.
And I just got to say, Powell, a freshman, really just showing out what it really means to be a true FM. And, yeah, played really well this game, just got to say. Smooth.
You know what? Why don't we talk about soccer? Today, a little spotlight on another sport. The Cubs defeated the Golden Knights by a score of 4-2 on the pitch. That was a big win for the Cubs, a big Mission League win for the Cubs. So, you know, even if this basketball game doesn't go their way, they are getting it done on the soccer field, and that is big too.
Yeah, well said. Make sure to check out other Loyola varsity sports such as baseball, lacrosse, and volleyball. All spring sports coming to you soon.
Here we go. St. Francis Hezzy takes it inside, looks for the shot, blocked. Offensive rebound there, back outside. The whistle is blown. What's the call? It's going to be.
I don't know what that signal is. I've
Not
never
sure.
seen that before in my life.
I think that's going to be a foul on Loyola there. Let's get a stay for an inbound pass here for St. Francis. Two minutes left in the game.
Shot clock winding down. No good.
No good.
And the Cubs don't get the board, but they do get the ball. Cubs need to score, and honestly, they need to score 3.
Absolutely they do. This game is far from lost, but it is also far from won. Let's just see what they can do. Inbound
As I
here,
said earlier,
Watson.
it is the Golden Knights' game to lose at this point, as they're
Watson
going
to
to inbound
the
him.
Crassel, bringing it down that right side. Takes a step back, gathers himself, swings to Watson for the easy push up the court. In between the legs, and he's going to take it down. Look for the open man. That's going to be DeCrassel. DeCrassel picked up by 11. Not giving him anything. Here goes DeCrassel, drives to the basket, outside to Hugh. Hugh, no good. Nice.
That's going to be
It's
St.
gonna
Francis
St.
ball.
Francis ball. That might just be it.
Yeah, that should just about wrap it up. A 9-point deficit in a minute and 35 seconds. That I don't think is even possible to come back, even if everything goes your way.
Man, absolutely brutal game. I mean, not over yet, obviously. But, man, it felt like the Cubs were in such a great spot, tying this game up at 36. And since that moment, they've been outscored 16-7. Mozzie Mosley, I think, scored probably 12 of those 16 points. He just absolutely had a monster finish to this game, and it was ultimately insurmountable as Mitchell Egbo puts up the layup, and it's good. And that is it, folks. I can confidently say that this game is just all about over.
Yeah, it was hard fought by the Cubs there, but they were just outshot and outfought in the box there.
And respect to the Cubs, they're going to keep giving it their 100% effort. As DeCrassel gets fouled there, he's going to go to the line. They're going to keep giving their 100% effort to that final buzzer blows, but really looking like it's trending in the wrong direction here. Would take a miracle.
Yeah,
Two Catholic schools wouldn't be that craziest thing for a miracle to happen, but.
Absolutely true.
Cubs are going to have
And
to.
the miracle just got a bit less likely with that missed free throw.
Cubs are going to have to lock in for Chaminade this Friday. That's their next game.
Yep.
St. Francis. Next game is against Harvard Westlake.
Makes that
Oh,
one.
yeah. Okay. We'll see what they can do.
For sure, yeah.
I mean, it really is true that this Mission League schedule, every single game is an absolute test. There are no gimmies. That's gonna be
I
a
thought they
travel.
weren't going to call that for a second. Oh, my goodness.
As I was saying, every single game in this Mission League schedule is an absolute crucible, and you know it is really tough. And yeah, the Cubs are struggling so far, but you got to remember, every team in this Mission League is better than 95% of teams in this state.
I got to agree with that. I think this is one of the toughest leagues, especially. In
I think it might be the best league in the country. If you think about who's in this league,
Absolutely.
if you think about who's in this league, Sierra Canyon, Harvard Westlake, Notre Dame, Crespi, now with Derek Fisher, they're a powerhouse. This is a very good St. Francis team. Their coach, I think, is this Matt Sargent? Is he like famous?
I think Matt Sargent's Notre Dame.
Oh yeah. But this guy, I know the St. Francis coach has like a very large Twitter following.
Oh, wow.
So he has I think he has a couple 10,000 followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
So these are all formidable programs. No one you can just write off. So yeah.
And yeah, just absolute sprinkles of talent on each team. Multiple D1 players with bright futures ahead of themselves. I believe Harvard Westlake and Notre Dame with some NBA prospects.
Oh yeah.
It is a lot. It's a lot of fun to see when
I
you're
believe
a high school
Harvard
student.
Westlake just had a McDonald's All-American on their team, Trent Perry.
Yep.
Just named.
Someone is yelling. That was really loud. And here we go. 1 minute to go in the game. Inbound to Powell. Powell looking for something. Gonna cross over to his left side to Klein. Klein. Gather step.
Under a minute to
Crossover.
play.
Trying to just get up their stats at this point. Trying to get some extra deficit cut
Vanderway,
off.
Shot. No good. And St. Francis with the final possession. 40 to go. Three's gonna get it over the midline.
They can't hold it the entire game, but they can do darned close.
And that will just about do it. Loyola fouling just to give themselves some type of a chance.
I don't know why they're even fouling, to be honest.
St. Francis versus Loyola, it was a battle. It was what you came to see. Unfortunately, Loyola coming off on the lower end.
Yeah, tough rivalry game all the time. Bound to be a battle next year.
Some names to be respected this game are Quincy just playing out of his mind. Nico George.
Mozzie
locked on
Mosley.
defense. Mozzie Mosley. I mean, I was going to get to him, but look at this guy. You know, he almost tomahawk dunked.
DeLon Grant, big presence there. Mitchell Egbo got some key buckets there. And talk about the little guy, Dylan Domingo on the Golden Knights. Got some key nice plays there.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like they're going to shoot. This is going to just be the end.
And they're going to dribble this one out. 10-point loss here for the Cubs at Levy Gymnasium to a packed house. Really brutal. It's going to be demoralizing, but how are they going to answer? That's the true test of character.
Oh,
that is very poor form there.
Wow.
Very,
really just St. Francis-esque, just dunking the ball, windmill at the end of the game.
very poor form there
Disrespectful.
by Mozzie Mosley dunking the ball as time expires. But you expect nothing less in a rivalry game, and yeah.
Coming out, and we will see you on Friday in Chaminade.